Good day everyone, we are now here at Primo Villegas Elementary School to interview one of their teachers about how they handle their students in spite of its or their diverse learning styles.
Morning, ma'am. Thank you for giving us your time today. But before we start this interview, ma'am, let me tell you first the purpose of our presence today. We are conducting this interview, ma'am, to emphasize how are you as a teacher facilitates the learning process even with diverse learners. So there are 7 questions in total, ma'am. So if you may, let us start. Yes. So our first question to you, ma'am, is, can your student see that you recognize, accept, and respect the differences in their backgrounds and capabilities?
Okay. As a teacher, I should say that it is very necessary that my pupils or my learners should recognize, especially the words capabilities. That is very important, that they should know, they can feel that I am appreciating every little thing they do inside the classroom.
Familiar with the different background, experiences, and capabilities of your students.
Yes, as a teacher, I need to know their background, and that will be it should be necessary. Sometimes a home visit is very important. Then let the parents filling up the pupils' background since kindergarten. That is very necessary. We need to know every single information that talks about my pupil. Maybe in the future, in the whole year round of the classroom, it will affect their performance.
Question, ma'am, is, do you consider the differences in background, experiences, and capacities of your student in designing different learning activities for them?
Yes, I should consider, because this is very important. Example, the family problem or whatever background that they are experiencing at home, it will affect the performance of the pupil. So I should know, I should examine very well for me to have an action that is appropriate of the certain background of the pupil.
Question, ma'am, is, do you set diverse, appropriate, and challenging goals for different students in consideration of their differences in backgrounds and capabilities?
Yes, it is very necessary, it is very important as a teacher that I should give differentiated instruction, for each learner is unique. Individual has its own individual differences, so varied instruction, differentiated activities used and applied to my students all the time.
For the 5th question, ma'am, is, do you set clear, challenging, but achievable learning goals for all students in your class regardless of their individual differences?
Yes, maybe not all the time, because there are also some activities. But mostly, we should set goals that is suitable to their level of learning.
And our second to the last question, ma'am, is, do you create diverse types of learning activities that will help all your students develop in all aspects of the curriculum?
Yes, every weekly, we're going to have that one that is part of our assessment to our pupil. Then after the assessment, we're going to find some remedial instructions that is needed, or we're going to find the least learned skills for each of the learner, so that we can find ways also how we're going to apply some remedial instructions that can help improve the performance of the youth.
Finally, ma'am, our last question is, are you sensitive to how individual students respond differently to the different learning activities in your class?
Yes, I must be sensitive all the time because those performances is my basis in assessing my pupils, whether they learn something of what I have given to them or not.
My team or groupmates, ma'am, we would like to extend our greatest gratitude to you, ma'am, for today's interview.